What if I told you the Democratic politicians in blue states, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, what if I told you the Democratic politicians banned water parks? What if I told you the Democratic politicians banned the beach? You're not allowed to go to the beach. You would say, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you would rightfully say that. But what if I told you Republican politicians banned drag shows? Is that crazy? Well, it's about the kids, right? The kids got to be safe, right? Now, I don't know about you all, but I remember being born and raised in New Jersey. I'd go to the beach. My parent would drag me to the beach. And you know what I would see at the beach? I'm talking 6 years old, 7 years old. At the beach. I was seeing titties, fat jiggly butts, people with cock bulges, six-pack abs. I should have never been exposed to that. I was groomed by going to the beach as a kid, right? Well, anyway, here's what we're talking about. Arkansas bill classifies drag show as adult-oriented business, adds location restrictions. Drag shows are an adult-oriented business? Dressing up in fancy costumes is an adult-oriented business? But going to a pool where bikinis are allowed is not? That's child-friendly? Let's show all the 5 and 6-year-olds the fat, jiggly asses walking around, the wet, juicy butts at the beach, at the pool. That's fine. But a drag show? Can't do it. Why? Because it's a drag show. I don't think Republicans even know what drag is. I'm going to be honest with you. The idea that anyone thinks drag shows directly relate to being naked, do they know what drag is? Drag is literally defined as dressing up. You put on more clothes. Now, are there drag shows that get a little sexual? Sure. Are there nude beaches? Yeah. And kids shouldn't be allowed there. No problem. But the idea that all beaches, water parks, pools, drag shows should be banned because a kid might see someone with big ass titties, a little silly. But Republicans don't care about freedom. They don't care about kids being exposed to sexual things. They only care about attacking queer people. That's it. That's it. That's all they care about. It's not about the kids. Oh no, the kids. It's not about that. A bill filed Monday in the Arkansas Senate would define a drag performance as an adult-oriented business and place restrictions on where they could take place. Senate Bill 43, sponsored by Arkansas Senator Gary adds drag performance to the list of adult-oriented business in the Arkansas Code, which includes adult cabarets, adult theaters, and nude model studios. Really? 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 Drag shows are the same as a nude model studio? Once again, if you think drag shows are too much for kids, then surely you want to ban the internet, right? I read a poll not too long ago that said about half of kids at age 12 have already been exposed to hardcore pornography because of unrestricted internet access. So, do Republicans want to ban the internet? Once again, should kids be allowed to go to the boardwalk? Hey, what about these states that get really hot, like Florida? It gets pretty hot in Florida. Sometimes people will walk around in pretty scantily clad clothing in Florida because it's so damn hot. I say this. Kids should not be allowed outside in the summertime. They might see someone showing their whole legs. You know, you ever see these things? They're called booty shorts. Y'all familiar with this? I remember being a kid going outside in the summertime, being exposed to booty shorts. My young mind collapsed instantly into mush. I was unable to function. Why was I allowed by the state to be exposed to that? I should have been mandatorily locked down during the summertime. Right? The bill goes on to define a drag performance as something where a performer, quote, exhibits a gender identity that is different from the performer's gender assigned at birth using clothing, makeup, or other accessories that are traditionally worn. Now, again, these words don't mean anything. Traditionally, assigned, identity, different, performance. None of that means anything. Worn by members of and are meant to exaggerate the gender identity of the performer's opposite sex. So I have a question. If a woman is wearing a hoodie that their boyfriend gave them, is that drag? I remember being a youngster, walking around outside, seeing women wearing oversized male clothing. Why is that? Well, presumably, they didn't have any clothes on, and they needed to put something on, but why should they be allowed outside? Women walking around, not wearing dresses? Why are women allowed to wear pants? I ask you this question. Pants. Why are women allowed to wear pants? They should be forced to wear long, all the way down to the ankles, dress skirts. Otherwise, oh shit, kids might see their legs, right? And also, isn't it gender non-conforming for women to wear pants? If I go to a theater and one of the characters is a woman who wears pants, am I allowed to report that theater? Webster's New Word College Dictionary defines prurient as, quote, having or expressing lustful ideas or desires. Right, I missed one. The performer would be someone before an audience of two or more and is, quote, intended to appeal to the prurient interests. Lustful ideas or desires. Tending to excite lust. I have a question. Skinny jeans. And I'm not talking about women wearing skinny jeans. I'm talking about the boys. Y'all ever go outside and you see some guy wearing skinny jeans and you see something going on in their skinny jeans? We've all been there. Well, maybe you haven't. I don't know. I'm just telling you this time. I've seen it. I've seen people hide something. Well, they're not hiding it too well, but they're hiding something in those skinny jeans. I'm talking about bulges, folks. I'm talking about big fat cock. Should skinny jeans be banned? Is that necessarily lustful or lewd? Maybe. I don't know. These people are insane, dude. I'm telling you, these people are insane. They're insane. And there's a chance that this will pass because Arkansas is a right-wing hell state. I'm just asking, does anyone actually believe this stuff? Does anyone actually want to ban kids from going to the beach because they might be able to see big fat titties jiggling around? Because if you're against drag shows, you have to be against the beach. You have to. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite. But again, it's not about hypocrisy. It's not about protecting kids. It's about hurting queer people. That's it. That's it. That's the only point. That is not just a side effect and there's a grander point. No, that is the one and only exclusive purpose of this kind of legislation. The bill also states that no adult-oriented business may be located on public property or where a minor can view it. Once again, are minors allowed to go to the pool? If the answer is yes, then drag shows are perfectly fine. I mean, come on. Come on! Come on! I have a question for you. You're watching this video, if you're in the live stream chat, whatever, leave a comment. When was the first time that you saw cleavage? Oh, you know, cleavage. You know, the good stuff. When's the first time you saw cleavage? Can you think about it? For me, probably the beach when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, right? The idea that drag shows are uniquely adult-oriented, but not the beach, or a water park, or just a regular hot summer day in the South? I mean, come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. And this is why I cover this stuff, is I want you to know it's not about the kids. These people don't care about the kids. They don't care about the child safety. They don't care about any of that shit. It's all a smokescreen. It's all a tactic to confuse you. If you think for a second that Republicans give a fuck about kids being exposed to sexual stuff, then you're a useful fucking dumbass. Because they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your kid. The only thing they want to do is criminalize being queer. That's it. They want to criminalize being queer. That's it. End of. There's nothing else. And if you think there's anything else to it, if you think there's a second layer, you are a useful fucking dumbass. So anyway, there you go. Pretty cool. Shout outs to Republicans. They love freedom, don't they?